Tess is a six-year-old girl. She is the oldest daughter of John D'Urberville, who after walking on a path found out he was related to the family D'Urbervilles from Parson John D'Urberville. Began rambling on about how he hails from a noble family and how his relatives tombs were stone made of steel and jewels. His mother and father tells her to go down and receive money, being that they are kin to the D'Urbervilles. While Tess is at the D'Urberville mansion, where she runs into Alec, the lady of the house's son. Alec fancies her and begins to make flirtatious remarks and gestures towards her. Tess, however, she doesn't respond to his actions the way he was hoping.
He made Tess the caretaker of his mother's birds so that she could make a bit of money, and for him to get close to Tess. He tries to subdue her whenever a chance arrives. When she finally lets down her guard around him, he rapes her in the woods. Her parents just want Alec's wealth and power. She gives birth to her son Sorrow, then only a few months after, she wakes up to find him dead.
Makes another journey to become a milkmaid, falls in love with the farmer apprentice Angel, and then ends up becoming betrothed to him. Before and after their wedding, they'll tell each other about their dark parts of their lives and which that can make them seem impure. Tess forgives him about his past action and feels obligated to tell him hers. However, Angel isn't forgiven to Tess and says he needs some time to think in Brazil about their future together. Tess ends up moving back home. This goes back out to work. She is reunited with some of her old friends. They end up moving in together in Flintcomb. Tess wants to see Angel's family, but changes her mind at the last minute. On the way back to Flintcomb, she sees Alec again. He stops to see if she's doing and follows her home. He asks her to marry him, but she refuses.
Home once again, only to find her mother recovering from an illness and that her father suddenly dies. Her family gets evicted from their cottage and have nowhere else to go. She knows that at this moment that Alec is her best choice. Alec states that Angel has abandoned her and will not return for her against what Tess thought. Angel returns for her and to begin his own farm. Angel finds out that Tess is in England with Alec, living an upper-class life too. When he finds her, he tells her that it is too late and that he should leave.
After the encounter, Tess went to Alec and confronted him about lying that Angel was never coming back. While in her rage of fury, she stabs Alec in the heart with a knife, killing him. She goes to tell Angel about her deed. Angel cannot believe it, but he welcomes her back. They travel the countryside on the back roads, staying in a vacant house for about a week before they were found. Tess is arrested and taken away. Before Tess is executed, she makes Angel promise to marry her sister, Liza Lou. He agrees, and the two witness the black flag rise to signify that Tess is dead. Angel and Liza Lou leave together, ending the book. Tess has had to become an adult before she could even become a child. She has taken on the duty of a mother and for her brothers and sisters, even though they already have one. Tess has always been mistreated and used by others around her. However, she still finds a way to keep moving on by taking up responsibilities and adapting to her surroundings. 2.
The house is overrun with ivy. Its chimneys were being enlarged by the burrows of parasites to the aspect of the ruined tower. The lower rooms were entirely given over with birds who walked about them, with the propriety of air as through the place. It had been built by and for themselves. Chapter 9. This was said that the houses with creepy effect to it because of the birds being able to run around the house freely made it a little more creepy and strange.
3, 2.
On these lonely hills, her dales, her quiescent glide of her peace with the element she moved in. Her flexuous and stealthy figure became an integral part of the scene. Chapter 13. That meant that Tess was being compared as nature, as how she was beautiful like nature and the earth.
3, 2.
Pedigree, ancestral skeleton, monumental records, the Derbyville alignment did not help Tess in her life battles as yet, even to extent the attracting of her dance partners over the heads of the commonest peasantry. So, the Norman blood unlaid Victorian lecture, Chapter 2. This means that Tess had came from an extinct noble family, that she doesn't know how it matters because she is still poor and doesn't see why her blood would help her out, because her and her family's money problems and excuse of being royal blood is useless. Are you still recording me?
Possibly.
Just a blue.
Possibly.
Well, all we're gonna see is some sweat. Stop moving.
Alright. And he made Tess the caretaker of his mother's bird so that she could make a bit of money for him to. That Tess is dead. Angel and Liza?
And Jules.
After the encounter, Tess went to Alec and confronted him about lying that Angel was never coming back. While in her rage,